Welcome back to Cities Skylines. I want to apologize for the audio quality in the last video. Hopefully this one's a little bit better. I'm going to try speaking a little bit quieter and hopefully that helps smooth it out. I think I might have just gotten a little bit too close to the microphone or Windows messed up my gain settings. Anyway, it's not important. This video is going to sound better and we're going to quickly jump into an announcement.
Welcome back, fellow city builders, to another episode of our Cities Skylines adventure right here on YouTube. We've got a special opportunity for all our loyal viewers. How would you like to have a street named after you in our growing city? That's right, your name could be on the map. Here's how it works. Just drop a comment below this video. We'll be selecting names from our subscribers to become a part of our city's infrastructure. Imagine that. John Doe Avenue or Jane Smith Boulevard, right in the heart of our metropolis. But remember, you've got to be subscribed to see your name hit the big time. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and join us in building the city of our dreams. So, what are you waiting for? Get commenting, and who knows, the next time you tune in, you might just find yourself on Main Street. Stay tuned for more Cities Skylines action, and remember, in our city, every street tells a story, and the next one could be yours.
Alright, let's not waste any time. Let's jump right in and see what we need to do here. So I think our goal for today is to hit 8,000. Is that realistic? Let's see if we can hit 8,000. We should be doing something with our farming zone as well, probably. So we are still having garbage issues, so I'm thinking maybe we're going to bring this road. It doesn't really like that it's that close there. Maybe if we do that? Yeah, okay. So if we bring this road up to here, that creates a little four-way up there, a little four-way intersection, which probably has traffic lights, I'm going to imagine. It does, but that's not an issue. That should let our recycling center through a little bit better. And then another thing that we might want to do is to take, what is this, Artemis Street here? I think we're going to want to expand Artemis Street a little bit. Because I think we want to put another recycling center here that this dump can empty itself into. That should work. Yeah, because this place will process a little bit of garbage each week. And then what does that mean about our garbage processing? It's still in the red, which means we're not going to process most of it. But we might have better garbage burning or other garbage destruction opportunities in the future. We could put in another one. These do only cost us $240 a week. So why don't we do that? And that lets this one empty out a little bit. What does this button do? Oh, this changes the kind of garbage truck. Oh, that's cool. Let's get large garbage trucks over here. And can we change these ones? No. The other thing we could do is increase the budgets for our garbage collection, but I don't think we want to do that. And in fact, I think we might even want to start turning down. Well, we can't yet, but we do eventually want to turn down how much we're budgeting for power. I think we want to save up for this geothermal power plant. It does make noise, so we do still want to keep it out here in the industrial district. But that's going to give us a whopping 80 megawatts, which isn't a lot to be honest, but that will push us up into the safety limit, the safety number where I will feel more comfortable turning down our budget there, saving a little bit of money there. And do I want to maybe come back and do that? Maybe that's what I want to do. Where is this? Is this within... So this is outside of the usual zoning area for that district, so we might even want to look at building up the end of the residential area out here, because this is all going to kind of get closed in. This is going to be probably the limit of our low density stuff, because once we unlock that higher density stuff, we're going to start migrating this way. What is that? That might be east? I think this runs north-south. I don't know where the sun comes up. Maybe not. Maybe that's east. Maybe that's west-east. I mean, it does start going north up there, I think. Yeah, southbound, northbound. It only goes west and east outside of town or something like that. Oh, we've got a crime problem. Do we need more police? Before we do that, let's put in our geothermal power plant here. And let's turn down the budget for electricity. Hopefully this doesn't bite me. How are we doing? Oh yeah, we're fine. I mean, we haven't let a full week pass, I don't think. Oh, we're doing very well. Okay, energy production, not a concern for a while. What are these, garbage trucks? Yes, and they're all full. Oh, some of them are taking their garbage to the other dump sites, that's why. but we are slowly processing garbage. We could maybe take some of that budget that we had allocated to power and allocate that to garbage. That might let us take care of garbage a little bit faster. That does bump up our garbage processing to the point where I'm thinking, does putting in 2 more of these, what do they cost? $240 a week. If we do this, no, I don't have enough money to do that. But if I did, assuming that we had water running out to these, why is this Chester Street and not Artemis Street? Why does it become Chester Street? If I put in 1 more, are we suddenly processing more garbage than we're creating? I think we are. And do we have better roads for this industrial district? What about these 4-lane industry roads? Are these cool? That does appear to have solved a problem. I think traffic's flowing a little bit smoother, even though we didn't really have a problem. Weather radar. Disaster response unit, short radio masts. Yeah, we probably do need to start thinking about this for handling disaster within the city, but we've got some pretty high demand for growth in a lot of ways. This house is consistently dealing with crime, it seems. So maybe this is an opportunity for us to put in a real... Is crime an issue? Crime's only at 9%, so I wonder if maybe just putting in a small police department will help with that. Maybe we put 1 in here, and then we put 1 out here, up by the cherry farmland. And we put 1 out here as well. People seem to like having the police nearby, I think. And then for fire coverage, we do need... Things are not great as far as fire coverage goes. I feel like we want 1 out here just in case this whole farming industry goes up in flames. So maybe we'll put in a little firehouse here. And then we probably want 1 out here too, to be honest. And we could put in the big boys, but we don't need to yet. We'll worry about that once we get into the high-density downtown areas. But for this little residential and small industry area, I think these small fire stations can handle pretty much anything. Our hazard is 33%, which is pretty high. Pretty high chance for fire. I don't think we want it to be that high. But we're going to have this dealt with in almost no time here. Alright, we put you in. That's probably going to push that down to 26%. I'll take that. How's our healthcare availability? Our average health is not great. Where do we have sick people? Is it these red houses here? Well, there's a little clinic right there. What is that? Yeah, it's a medical clinic. Literally right there. I do want to put in maybe a sports hall. It's pretty expensive, though. No, I don't think I want to do that. We do need a crematorium eventually. We don't have it unlocked yet. Where could we put down 1 more little health center? Try and boost our health. What if we literally replace those power lines right there? And then quickly take a look at the zoning, because we did open up a little bit by getting rid of those power lines, which is great. So over here, I think what I'm going to do is we're going to make this a nice little... Yeah, let's put in these these 2-lane roads with these trees. Now we don't want to go too close to the poop outlets, I don't think. It's a nice little closed-in area. Let's just do that. Bring you in there. Bring a road out here. Okay, I'm going to make sure that these little areas here have water and sewage. Oh, there's a little blip in the middle here. It's just... There we go. I've stopped caring about roads. Running my pipes under the roads. You know. Now time for this. Then I go and do it again. Properly. But for the most part, I just want to get this area saturated and covered. And you know what? Let's future-proof this. Look at that. We actually have an area that needs water in there, so we just solved the problem. Your building is now empty. Okay. So this can go back to regular collecting. So this new area here, we're going to put in a little bit of that, a little bit of these on the corner, and then the rest of this is pretty much all new residential. And we'll be able to get rid of a lot of these power lines as well, because this new residential area is going to bridge the gap pretty much completely. Now pollution out here is not great. This is going to be kind of crappy real estate. Pun intended, I guess. It is right near the sewage outflows. That's okay, it's cheap housing. We just need to fill in to get to that 8,800. And then downtown is where we're going to see our metropolis grow. We have a power issue. That single geothermal plant is not enough. I do want to put in 1 more. They're quite expensive. They do cost quite a bit to maintain. But they're worth it, I think. So there's a recycling center there. And what is this stinky building here? The cattle shed. Cattle shed's producing pollution, I think. Yeah, it looks like it is. How strange. And whatever this is, the flour mill. Okay. So those generate a little bit of pollution. That's good to be aware of. Now, while we're here, was there something that we never built that we wanted to? We built our cattle shed. We built our small barn completely by accident. Is the barn just a better grain silo? I think it might be. Let's see how we're doing here. So crops, animal products. We could be creating more crops and more animal products. So let's start putting in some orchards here. And then some small animal pastures right nearby. That does eat into a little bit of residential. Oh, look at that. It's upgraded. We can now put in a lemonade factory and a milking parlor and medium crop fields and medium fruit fields, which are going to be way more efficient than what we've currently got. So let's take a look one more time then at our industry overview. Crops, we've got a lot of flour. We're starting to make and sell. We're making profit here, actually. We're actually crushing it, to be honest. We're producing less pollution and becoming way more efficient. If we need to, we'll put in another workers' barracks. Although a milking parlor does sound like a cool addition to our farming district. And you know what? We haven't done anything out here. So maybe this is a good place to start putting some of these noisier buildings. And I think some of these things like barns don't have to be... can be placed outside the industry area. So if we want to, we can put one of these barns out here. We could put one right here so it's got better storage and better access to the highway. I think we want to do that, but I'm not entirely sure if that's exactly right. I think it's a smart idea, and so we're going to do it. And now we can put in these slightly larger crop fields as well. So it doesn't fit on that side of the tracks, but it does fit on this side of the tracks. So let's get a workers' barracks right there. Is our power grid split? Has that happened? No, we have one... No, we do have an issue here. That's not a split power grid so much as that is just unpowered buildings. And of course, in our new little residential area that's growing, we're having a police problem. So we're going to quickly put in a little police station here. Can I put it on this road, on this highway here? Or do I want it over here, maybe? I think I want it to have... This isn't a highway, this is just a major street. Oh, and the people rejoice. I'm just looking to see what kind of little options we have here. Let's put in a little botanical garden. And over here, maybe we put in a small little park, a little Ferris wheel, and a bouncy castle. You know, just some little entertainment. So we have unlocked the ability to put in bus depots and airports and things like that, and I don't think we want that until we're of a significant size. Until we've developed our downtown, I don't think any of that matters. Could put in a train station. A little train station here probably wouldn't hurt, and it might be a good way... Oh, we've had a fire. Might be a good way for us to transport some of our farming goods in and out of the city. Why don't we take a look at that? What would that entail if I wanted to put in a cargo train? Am I allowed to? No. Eventually I'll be allowed to, and then we'll think about that. How's our education system looking? Our elementary students, we have a pretty decently educated population, so I don't want to mess around with that too much. Our water availability is about to be low, so we could go with that eco outlet. Is that more efficient? Excuse me. Drains 60,000 a week. That drains 120,000 a week. So I would need twice as many of those, and they cost that would more than double our cost here. So I think we're going to just put in a normal pumping station again. You know what? That's okay if that gets rid of some of those. So that should suck in some water. Is that technically disconnected now? Does it matter? Do we need that? Looks like we don't. And again, we don't need a lot of this either. In fact, we don't need any of these power lines. Our farmland has leveled up again. We're not even ready to start putting in a slaughterhouse and a farm maintenance building and a clothing factory yet, but we will. I'm just not prepared yet. I was just busy getting rid of these excess power lines that we no longer need. We do need to put in another little poo outlet though. And we're not going to go the eco route for this yet, just because it's more expensive and it's not hindering us yet. If sometime in the future this flow does actually affect our ability to draw clean water for our people, then I'll be concerned, but I don't think it's going to. I think that is somebody else's problem at the other end of the river beyond where we can even see. So out of sight, out of mind, right? Isn't that how that works? So these little houses are getting an upgrade for sure, as well as everything that went along that power line. So we should see some houses start to fill in there. And then out here, we never really finished this either. Put in some more houses here. Put in some more farming industrial here. Somewhere for these people to work. And yeah, I wanted to look at what we unlocked here. The milking parlor, did we build that ever? I feel like I did. It looks like that. I don't know if I did, so we might still want to build one. There is a noise pollution issue down here that are making the citizens sick. So it's possible that throwing down a little clinic... Oh, we've got one right there. I'll tell you what, how about we put one out here and the people rejoice? What's going on here? Not enough educated workers. That problem will solve itself. That dump's almost full already. I think we need to bring ourselves an industrial street. Is this a problem? No, we don't even need most of this. Let me look at what our production looks like. Crops, tons. Animal products, low. Flour, low. We make more money exporting our animal products and flowers than we do our crops. So, ideally, we want to be turning crops into animal products. So we'll put in a slaughterhouse or a milking parlor. We'll put a slaughterhouse next door. Not allowed to go there because of this power line. What if I get rid of this power line? We'll put in a large barn. We're spending our money now. But we've got enough money here to put in some fruit fields real quickly. Well, we've got enough money for one. And if we take a look, it looks like these are not operating because they don't have their raw materials yet. But they will. They will. Don't you worry.
Colossal Ore. We are the leading producer of minerals, ore, and natural resources, which means you're benefiting from our services whether you know us or not. No matter what our critics say, at Colossal we care about our employees as well as our customers, which is why we work so hard to get our miners back in the mines where they feel at home. Together we can reunite minerals with the people who love them. Colossal Ore. More than ore.
Dinosaurus, the only restaurant where the servers are dinosaurs. Our animatronics are so real, you'll think a T-Rex is serving you T-bone, a pterodactyl is serving you teriyaki, that a brontosaurus is serving you chili dogs. Every dish is an archaeological find, like our stegogetti, our Raptor Burger Rex, or the pile of crumbled sticky brownies adventurously named the Dino Droppings. So, take a trip into the wild at Dinosaurus. You can dine in or dine-o.
Well, would you look at that? We're a big town. We've unlocked the ability to place residential wall-to-wall buildings, office wall-to-wall buildings, IT clusters, commercial wall-to-wall buildings. I believe this unlocks high-density residential, high-density commercial and office zones, which means we need to start thinking now about how we're going to expand toward that waterfront area to build our downtown. So what I'm going to do in anticipation of that, a little sneak peek, we're going to buy that for $3,600. We're going to buy that for $4,700. We're going to buy that for $7,500. And the next time we're here building, you're going to see the expansion of this highway. This is the Squatting Buffalo Highway. Well, the Squatting Buffalo Highway runs exclusively north-south and connects us to the Amanda Highway and the Murray Highway. So these are both Squatting Buffalo Highway, north and south. And these are two separate highways. One goes east and one goes west, I think. But look at all this room we have now for activities. Look at that. There's even a cruise ship transporting passengers to Rockwood. What's Rockwood? Anyway, look how exciting that is. We're going to be setting up probably some beachfront tourism, a massive downtown core. I can't wait. I hope you can't wait. It'll be out soon. All right, until next time, thank you for hanging out with me. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't. Do all the good things. Drop the name of the street that you want for your street name. That made sense. You know what I mean. And we'll see you next time. Uh-oh, somebody's sick. That's okay. Goodbye.